This is why I like to pick your brains about like things like that, because you clearly have spent lots of time thinking through this. And like if you
Mhm.
say, oh, it's a memory shards because there's a progression within the sleep world, like it's
Mm.
generally just scratching the surface, like
Yeah.
you have so much stuff that you thought through. Okay. Okay, we've talked for almost an hour. Maybe tell me a little bit, apart from the design aspects, where the game is at in terms of the state.
Mhm.
And yeah.
Where are we with the state? So right now, we're working. I think I mentioned a few things, right? Like we started like actually we're procedure generating worlds right now. Finally, I don't have to like manually stitch them together to get something that like tries and communicates the game well. Now we're procedurally generating worlds. Great. We're doing different biomes. Great. They have different content. Amazing. And then we're starting to do like matchmaking and uh, kind of like party stuff, but more of like not just in like you have a party in the slip world, but you can actually form a party outside of it that in a lobby. A lot of the things that stitches a lot of the base together is what we're getting. And ultimately, what that will mean is that suddenly we can start doing a full game loop. So in design, at least, we're working very heavily on progression, as well as also kind of all the UX that makes all this stitched nicely together. And then the details that goes into every biome, right? So because we're getting multiple biomes, you kind of want the experience to be a bit different, not just in exploration, but also like what challenges are you getting in one place or the other? What rewards are you getting? So that's kind of like down to the details. Then we have more of the just supporting tech in the whole how is things gonna flow. Same with the blockchain there, also like making sure the economy, the progression is kind of ready for that. But we're really working hard on the well, so I want, variations of weapons. What resources should I be harvesting? How long should it take? What rewards are we giving the player after the tutorial, just to make sure that you're constantly kind of like keeping the players engaged, right? Like if you play for 5 hours and get no feeling of progression, you probably have quit 2 hours ago and then you didn't even play 5 hours. So it's like, how often do you need to reward the player? At what point do we just kind of like let go and let's say, well, this is at your own pace now? It's a lot of the things to think about. And it's probably the thing we're spending the most time on. For everyone else, well, it's a lot of features coming together. So there's a lot of like, well, okay, now we have procedure generating worlds and we have bosses that we're producing a lot better than we've been doing before. But hey, the nav mesh just broke, so let's fix that. It's a lot of moving ball parts, but it's also faster than ever. Like we have been producing our armors for like a year now. We know we already have the integrated pipeline from art, but also the system that stitches things together in tech, and then design can just set up the items, and then all of the like more of the pipelines and the content is much clearer than it's been before. So it's moving really fast on the things we're more proven in, but we also then stitching everything together. So we're kind of finishing up what would be moving towards early access kind of content, and just working on making that quality better, getting all of it stitched in, while in design also making sure that there's a lot of room to grow, to make new biomes in the future, to add systems on top, to expand with more shards, equipment, to finally get your face on a couch. Like it's kind of
Finally.
finally, the game is coming together, and there's a lot of working on that, but also kind of making sure that it's future proven all the time, right? Because we worked on some system a year ago and it's working really well, but now we're learning more things. We need to tweak some things, expand on it so that it can work on these future ideas as well.